friends, relatives. What a fantastic day, eh?
Yes!
It's going well so far. This is where it starts going downhill, I think. Right. Thank you all very much for attending. Sharing in Fern and David's celebration today. I know they'll be very pleased that you're all here to share in it with them. I don't really feel as though I should be thanking you or speaking, doing very much at all, because I'd like to say I'd had some hand in the planning and organisation of all of this today, but the truth of the matter, I've done absolutely nothing. Other than turning up and giving away my beloved sister here. And even that was a close-cut thing, wasn't it? we got there. We got there. No worries.
Do you want here?
Now, my wife helped me, and I got this speech here that, well, I think we'll put that one to one side. Don't worry about that. That's married life, David. Okay. I'd be lying if I said Fern and I were especially close brother and sister, so I'm not going to say that. But when she told us that she and David were getting engaged and had plans for their wedding, my wife and I naturally wanted to celebrate with them and let them know how pleased we were for them, so we took them out to dinner one evening. It's probably the first time we ever taken you out to dinner, wasn't it, I think?
That's what you have to do.
It might be the last as well, actually. But over dinner that evening, Fern was kind enough to ask me whether I'd do the honour of giving her away at her wedding today. Yay. Now, you know what it's like? It's every young boy's dream. Give my sister away. I hope I didn't say yes too quickly. But no, in all honesty, I'm absolutely delighted and thrilled to have performed that role today, Fern, and that's very nice. And it's perfect practice for when my own daughters reach that stage in life. And without the expense as well. So thank you very much for that, Fern. I'm truly honoured. Now, what can I tell you about Fern? She looks stunning, doesn't she? Don't mind telling you, we made each other cry when she came down in that dress today, ready to go to the church. What a sight she is. Perfect host, impeccably behaved today. Well, the younger days weren't quite like that. And I remember the irritating younger sister who would walk across the comics as I was laying on the floor trying to read them. Yes, that was Fern. That was Fern.
You used to read comics?
Still do. But sadly, my memory of my younger days isn't particularly good. So I had to do a little bit of research and make some inquiries of very reliable sources, I might add. And as I made my inquiries, there was a common theme in the replies I got as to what was she like as a young girl. And there was one particular thing that everybody mentioned. Bricks. Not the ceramic type you build your house with, but we're talking wooden toy bricks. Now, just in case anyone's not sure what we're talking about, Fern loved her wooden toy bricks as a child. And being as today's her special day, there's no reason why she shouldn't have a set today, is there? If we could just make a little space here. Now, there you go.
I used a big cart of these. I remember.
I'm sorry?
I used a big cart.
I'm sorry, I haven't got the wooden cart. You're going to have real trouble with that. But we've got the bricks. Now, not only did she love playing with them, but when she didn't get her own way, or somebody annoyed her,
already got the
she had a habit of hurling them with remarkable accuracy, I believe.
That's why I made the netball.
So just don't upset her today. All right, she's got the ammunition now, so keep her happy. I think most of the scars have healed, but those bricks obviously left a lasting impression on a lot of people. So there we go. Now, I think it would be nice to set the bride and groom a little challenge on their wedding day, don't you? A little test of their teamwork. Those bricks that you have in front of you will spell out Fern and David's wedding, if you get them in the right order.
Oh my goodness.
You've got until the dessert arrives to do it. Okay. Right. That keeps them quiet for 5 minutes. It is doable, and I'll tell you the solution if you haven't got it in half an hour. If I can find a bit of paper and road. So what of David then? What can we say about David? No, we never pick people who shout out, I'm sorry. Well, his mother-in-law likes him, so he's not doing bad, is he?
I always was thick.
No. My mother was as pleased as I am that Fern's marrying David. He's a lovely young man. But again, I have to confess that until quite recently, I didn't know a great deal about David. But I did have the dubious pleasure of spending a few days with him a few weeks back now. And I learned a lot of awful things. Oh no, sorry, I now know an awful lot more things about him. No, we had a very pleasant weekend together, and I have absolutely, joking aside, I'm delighted that Fern is getting married to David, and I'm sure that David's family are just as delighted that he's marrying Fern. He's a thoughtful, caring and generous young man, I would say, and I welcome you into our family, David, and particularly welcome you as a brother-in-law. Now I guess it should fall to me as a man of 20 years married that to pass on a few words of advice.
Don't do it.
It's too late now, eh? You've heard them all before. Remember your wife's birthday. Remember your wedding anniversary. Remember to tell her that you love her every day. There is no secret to a happy marriage. As you heard in Church Day, every marriage will have its trials and tribulations, its ups and its downs. And at the difficult times, I think you should try and think back to today. What a happy day, how marvellous it is. Remember those wedding vows that you've made, and I know those vows and your faith will keep you going together for a very long time. Now, I know my mother particularly would like to wish Fern and David all the luck in the world and every happiness in their future married life together, as would I. And I'm sure the rest of you also would like to join me in wishing them a very long and happy married life. So I would like you please just to be upstanding and join me in a toast to our bride and groom, to Fern and David.
Fern and David.
Thank you.
Well done.
You don't seem to have got very far. You've got to have them facing the audience. You've got Fern. Now, do you want me to check the right brick?
I love you, baby Dave. Love you, Fern.
No. I'm not recording in this moment.
That's what they all say.
That's what they all say. Yeah, you can say this off the record.
Alright. Dave and Fern are lovely.
Where's Jane gone?
She's He's taking your mother for a cigarette.
My mother's gone for a cigarette.
Just casual. Hey, Eddie's right behind you. It'd be too difficult to try and work out which ones.
Excuse me intruding before your food arrives. Just smile nicely for the camera. You are happy to be here, aren't you? Because you're on, I know you haven't had enough to drink. We're now looking at
This
you.
table, we're just on this.
Stephen, can you please put less interest into your food and look at the camera? Stephen,
I'd like to send a little message to her.
pardon,
I
say
hope
that
she has
again.
great sex too.
Okay.
Don't be forgotten after the service. We're not even really married. Actually, we had to.
Which bit did you remember? Yeah, Maggie wasn't allowed to have sex. They're vicars.
No, roses.
Catching the gravy. How awful. Sorry to intrude while you're eating.
Alright, no problem.
I won't be a moment. Just trying to catch everybody who's here. Craig's pretending he's not here. I'm not filming, so you might as well look. I'm only testing.
He has a problem.
I'm not sure Andrew exists. She randomly turned up and we were not there.
End of round one.
Round two. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce the groom's speech, which will be spoken.
You're married now.
My wife and I would like to thank you all for coming and sharing our special day. Lots of people have been asking me whether I've been nervous about today, and the only thing that has really been quite nerve-wracking is this speech. So bear with me, and we'll get through.
All right so far.
Hey, Joe. Stephen, thank you so much for your kind words. Wonderful speech. Oh God, I've got to follow that up. I'm sorry, I won't do it again. I do really look forward to getting to know you better as my brother-in-law. Although the stag do was really rather enlightening. And I'm not going to say anything about it.
Wife and children.
Really, for the wedding day, we couldn't have asked for better weather. It's been absolutely fantastic. So it has been a real godsend. And the venue, I mean, has been absolutely perfect. And the staff that we've had, I'm sure you agree, have been fantastic as well. Steve. Where's Steve? Yay! There he is. Steve, thank you so much for being our chauffeur for the day.
Making sure she got there.
The car has looked absolutely great, and I understand Steve is really quite keen to have it decorated, lots of confetti inside it. And things like that. So please feel free at any time to go out there and do whatever you wish to the car.
I have spray paint. I have spray paint.
Claire, one in the red.
Don't pay attention.
Thank you so much for a wonderful wedding cake. It really does look good enough to me. That worked out perfect, so thank you so much for that. Jonathan. Just added a few extra bits from Jonathan. However, thank you so much for making our day so special. Having learned our favourite songs and playing those and the hymns earlier today, I understand you've been practising really hard. Jonathan is available for weddings and bar mitzvahs. We'll see. More heckling? Yeah.
Very quiet, isn't it?
I'm sure we'll be handing out professional literature a little bit later. I've got some cards.
You got some cards, excellent.
That was all I had to say about Jonathan. I'm standing outside the front of the church, and a chap called Jonathan Wally
Wally!
has about my name.
Oh, stones in a glass house.
Sorry, Saskia.
Wally?
Sorry, Saskia, it's Wally, isn't it? Up north, though, I understand, Dan? Wally. There you go. Mum, thank you for putting up with me my whole life.
So far.
And also putting up with my friends and I last night. The contribution from my mother, also my father, and also Fern's mother has really helped to have the perfect wedding day today. So we did want to just sort of hand out a few little bits and pieces to say thank you so much. Fern, I really do appreciate so many of you going out of your way today. And now as my wife wouldn't let me do all this myself, she wanted to steal a little bit of the show, and so I do give you the bride.
It's quite intimidating up here, isn't it?
Little bit.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
you can't say anything wrong. I just got 3 special thank yous that I'd like to make. Firstly, to Linda, without whom none of you would have been here on time, known where to come, where to sit, what you were eating. She's literally spent hours, hasn't she, Julian, on doing all our stationery, which looks fantastic. So, Linda, we're really grateful. Thank you so much.
Come on, Linda.
Calm down. Thank you, my darling.
Yeah, there's an order.
Yes. Secondly, I'd like to say a big thank you to my sister, Tina. So, for not only being a wonderful sister to me while I was growing up, but also doing the grace so magnificently earlier. And it's thanks to Tina's generosity that I have this beautiful dress. So Tina, thank you. Thank you.
That's so funny.
Finally, last but not least, I'd like to say a special thank you to my mum. Okay? Being so supportive and encouraging while I was growing up, and for always instilling in me a sense of confidence to believe that I could achieve whatever I wanted to be, and for always being there when I needed you. So I love you. Thank you, Mum.
Tell me about it. For those of you who don't know, I would like to tell you a little bit about Fern. How we met, and basically, I had bored everybody senseless about telling a story while we were on stage. With the full version of how we met, it gets complicated. But after sending them to sleep, I thought I would actually give you a slightly abridged version. We had sorry. We had known each other for a little while. You can see I got all that rubbish. But we really hit it off at a rugby do. Yes, I used to play rugby.
Oh yeah, not anymore.
Not anymore. Fern soon put a stop to all that. Fern made the first move. I was seduced. And actually, when we started going out, there were a few snide remarks about age difference and things like that. But my favourite one was being 21. And what does he want to be when he grows up?
And he still doesn't know.
Not really.
No.
But we soon got over all of that. Fern, I really am truly happy to be marrying you today. The 5 years that we have been together have been absolutely fantastic.
That was the best.
Breathing. I look forward to spending the rest of our lives together. But honestly and truly, over the past 5 years, we've had an absolutely wonderful time. All the time that we've spent together has been really fun, and I really hope that the rest of our lives have as much fun and excitement as we've had over the past 5 years. This is far too emotional. Natasha,
I was going to kiss them.
maybe later. You're looking absolutely lovely today. Not as lovely as my wife. But I am really glad that you could be here before you're jetting off back home. And thank you for sharing today with both of us. That's really special to us. Thank you. Fern is Australian, she's going back to Australia. I was saying at the beginning of the speech I was quite nervous. It can't get any worse. I do actually want to say a few words about my ushers today. You may have seen them barking orders at you. Dan and Fergus, I brought along today to make me look a little better on the dance floor a bit later. If you're ever in need of a good removals, guys, then seriously, these guys perform exceptionally well. Do ask them. They also double up as today as bouncers. Therefore, if there are any hecklers, all I have to do is give the signal.
And what is that signal?
Don't need to know. Take them out. Thank you for helping me out today and dressing up. I'm really glad to have found two such supportive friends. Thank you. I do believe that leaves just the best man. Moving on. Thank you all for coming.
Yeah, that's good.
What can I say? To be fair, Bernie has a few faults.
Only one or two.
But growing up, if ever I needed a big brother in any situation, alcohol, parties while the parents were away, sorting out anyone that picked on me.
Wrecking the car.
Wrecking the mother's car.
Face.
Sitting on me, locking me out of the house with just my underwear, then Bernie was there. In fact, a little bit nervous about what Bernie might be saying in his speech a little later. So feel free to skip dessert, and if anyone wants to make their way through to the bar, just through those doors there. Bernie, thank you for putting on a great stag do, and to be honest, it was fantastic. I'm sure you guys will agree.
Thank you.
Oh, it was very.
We didn't get naked once, I swear to God.
I can still see the Mike's just about growing that moustache. Really coming on, Bernie. He put on a really great day for us, and everyone had great fun. Really, when deciding on a best man, you were the only person, when thinking about stag do, who would want to be there. But also, at the same time, I wouldn't have had anyone else standing by me today in church, and so really, thank you very much. So I'm sure you will all join me in thanking and toasting Fergus Dan, Bernie and Tash.
No, we sit down. Once for the you want. Okay, let's just take it. No, okay, fine. Well, let's get
Look at that speech. It was excellent, was it?
Yeah, it was really good. Well done, Dave.
Well done, David.
I'm talking to Dave.